Welcome back, guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel Techie Amrit. So we are back again with a new session with a new topic, that is sharing data between components. So when we talk about like we have a multiple components, then there must be a way to share the values either from one component to another. So to sharing the data from one component to another, I will use two terms. One is parent and child. Either we want to share the values from parent to child or child to parent. So there are different ways we are going to discuss in this video. So there are three types of decorators we are going to discuss. One is at input, output, and even emitters. So as I use the term decorator, so let's understand what do you mean by decorator. So before I proceed, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, share, so that I can keep creating new videos for you. So let me open the first slide. Okay, so what are decorators? A decorator is a function that is invoked with prefix at the rate and followed by class, property, or method. Like example, if I use at the rate input method, so it would be like having the description of string. So decorator is simply like decorating or like giving a prefix to any input method or a class, and we can use it in either like a parent component or a child component. So let's start with the input decorator. So as I have used the term parent and child, input decorator is obtaining the data that is passed from the component. In this input decorator, we are sending the data from parent to child only in one direction. We can't get back the value from child to parent. So when we have the data that is coming from parent, we have to capture the data in the child component using at the rate input. So all we have to do is a variable name count, and we bind the element in a template. Like if I use input count number, so input is my decorator, count is the any would say any variable, and number is a data type. So you may have a chance that in a child component you have multiple input components. So how you are going to differentiate? So you can use the same count as an alias in the input decorator. It would be any like if you can take anything. I'm just taking the word count right now. So this is input that in which we transfer the data, or you can share the data between parent to child in one direction only. So there must be a way to get from back child to parent. So we need to use at the rate output decorator with the event emitter. So output is not just a single thing that can pass data back from child to parent. Event emitter is used to emit the event to the parent, so that parent can capture the data, expose the event, and retrieve the data. We can use both the event and the output decorator. So using both input decorator, we to pass the initial data to the child component, get back the updated data using output decorator and event emitter. So I will show you in the demo how we are going to exactly use the at the rate input, at the rate output, and the event emitters. So just jump into the practical portion. So I'm just taking this app component as my would say parent, as a parent component, in which I want to send the value to the child component. So I simply go to HTML, where I'm using app component for, this is my parent component, and I'm just sending the value. I'm taking the variable parent count, and I'm sending the value count. So I'm just initializing the count is my variable, number is a data type, and 10 is the initial value. Whatever the value you want to give, you can give 12 also, like 12, 10, whatever the value you want to. So if I'm taking the value 1, so simply what I do in the HTML, giving the app component, this is my child component name. So I'm sending the value to the child. So this is my child, this is my parent value, this is my parent value I'm sending to the child component, right? So I'm going to the child component, where I simply use at the rate input parent count. I'm using this similar name, this parent count. So here I'm using this parent count, and in the HTML portion I'm just printing the value, so that we can check that okay, if I'm sending the value from the parent to the child, so his value is I'm able to pass or not. Like as you can see, in this is my child component. I'm using this at the rate sorry app hyphen component 4, and this is my component name, this is my child component name, and this is my value of parent that we are passing to the this child portion, right? And we are reading with the help of @input. So let's see, we try to print this value. Let me now we do ng serve minus minus o. We're building the project. Let's build this, hope it runs. So it is working fine. It will open a browser for us. Now as you can see, we have a value 1, right? Now if I change the value here, like if I do 10 and see, so parent to child is working, right? Just to verify, this is our parent to child something. Okay, now there is another decorator I have discussed with you, that how we are going to use the value back from child to parent. So when we go to our child component, this is our child component we are talking about, and I'm just annotating anything. You can take anything, you can click change or whatever you want. I'm just want to update the parent value with a new with by incrementing it 1 by use the event emitter. I'm just creating the object event emitter number, right? We can use the emit event to emit the value. So like this dot click dot emit, whatever the value you want to emit, you can read this way also, but I am just not using this way. This is the syntax. So emit is used to emit the value. Now if I go to the parent component, I'm using update from child. I'm taking one button here, click update from child. So in this I'm just incrementing the count by 1, whatever the value is given to me. So I'm just reading that value and try to increment it with 1 every time. So you can see the time I will click, it keep incrementing. As you can see, I'm incrementing the value. If I give the value 15 or whatever, now seeing the value will be 15 initially, and I will keep incrementing the value. So this is how we are. So you need so this is the way how we are going to read the values from child to parent. Input decorator is used to send from parent to child. If you want to emit the value and read it, so we can use the @output decorator with the event emitter. So this is how we share the data between different components. There is another way which is like mostly used, and this is through the services that I will discuss in a separate video, so that video becomes not too long. So this is it guys, hope you like the video. Thank you, bye.